Well, okay, it's July 20th, Monday, and the Senate and the House are back working again. And you know what they're working on is a new stimulus package. That's right. So here's something from Forbes today. It said GOP leaders will meet with Trump on stimulus package. You think they meet with the Democrats, right? Well, here's what we know about it. This is what they say. And really, nobody knows what's going to happen at the end yet. But here, the GOP proposal will include a reduction of the $600 per week federal unemployment. That's that bonus unemployment that goes out, that you lose that at the end of this week. So they're going to do something with that. Now, right now they're saying, well, they don't know if they're going to be 600. They want to do something and probably reduce it. But then the Democrats have to go along with it. And they don't know about that yet, okay? A red line priority for the Mitch McConnell has been liability protection. So he doesn't want people going back to work and the company's getting sued because they didn't have right, procedures for not catching the virus or something. So that seems to be his thing, the liability stuff. Additional aid to state and local governments, a key Democratic priority, is not likely to be included in this draft. Well, the Democrats have lots of money they want to give to the states and local government because they've been spending their butt off trying to keep up with the virus and they're not getting tax money. Okay, so that's it. The Post also reports that McConnell's draft will include a second round of stimulus checks. So as well as $70 billion for school and at least 2 new tax credits for business. So it looks like there's going to be a stimulus check because if McConnell wants it, I'm sure the Democrats want it, so there'll be an extra check. And then the other thing for the $600 a week, they both seem to want that, and it looks like McConnell wants it less. So they have to negotiate all that. While the Democrats have been advocating for more immediate, larger spending for months. See, the Democrats in the House passed the bill, I guess a month or so ago, and McConnell wants to wait and see. And the Democrats' bill has $3 trillion. McConnell's bill has $1 trillion. So that's a big difference. Now, what you have to do is, how do you keep up on this? Okay. Well, nothing really happens till it happens, And so until the vote happens, they're all just going to be, blowing wind at each other to see what they could get. Now, here's what I would do if I were you, is go here to commoncause.com and find the websites of your 2 senators and congressmen. Okay, all you do is you put in Common Cause, see it up there, and you put in your address here. This is somewhere in Tennessee. I guess I was doing it for somebody, for Let's Go Help Somebody. And here's the elected officials for them. Actually, it's all of them. See, it's down in the state. Everybody is right here. But here's what you want to do is go see the people are voting on this bill, and we'll keep track of it for you as a voter in wherever state you are. This would be for Tennessee. So you want to keep an eye on their homepage or even sign up. Now, this is for one of the centers in Tennessee. So you want to watch there, because as soon as this bill hits and it's over, they're going to have the best place for you to look about what is in that bill. Don't trust one of us people who are going to steal that information and try to interpret it for you. Maybe you want to do that after, but actually see what your congressmen and senators are saying about it, because that's where you can get an answer. You can't get an answer from CNN if you have a question. You get an answer from these people because they're writing the thing. People, you have to remember, you got to go to the horse's mouth. Yeah. The other people interpret it are interesting because they find you other ways that they don't maybe think of. But in the beginning, man, go right to the horse's mouth. You want to go to them, and also here's their congressman for that area. Get all 3. Sign up to be alerted on what they're saying. And what's really interesting, I was looking at this guy's website, this congressman. Like, go to services. Here's what they have. Okay, here they have appropriations request, art competition. This is something. Congressional recommendations. I'd like to have my office officially recognized. Oh, see, you could have the congressman or senator. You say, oh, this person is great in the community. they should have, a letter about how great they're doing because they just saved a cat from a tree or whatever you want to do. Yeah, and they'll do it. See, this is how they get elected, because they do a little favor for you. Flags, they'll fly a flag over, and see what they have is, say, for your mother's birthday, you get a flag flown over the Capitol, and I think it costs $10, $12 or something like that for the flag. But then you get a certificate from the Capitol, help with the federal agency. See, he's playing how it. You want somebody to beat up a federal agency for you? Start here. Internships. You want to come to Washington and work this summer? Or you have a kid or whatever, something like military academy nominations, presidential greetings. Have Trump send your grandma a Christmas card or a birthday card. That's what they do. Yeah. Veterans information for veterans. They have, and here's additional resources. What they have: disaster preparedness, unclaimed property, student aid, senior citizens. See, you're a senior. Okay. Contact this office and see what the hell they do for you. Yeah. Okay. But more importantly, what I want to show you here is, this is really cool, is appropriations request. Okay, you go there, fill out this form, and I got one. It's a little unclear what this is. I found another one here. Oh, that's this guy's. Where is the other one? Oh, here, appropriations request. Okay, this tells you, Lord, this is who is it? Congressman Ed Case. Right. Okay, Congressman Case, a member of powerful House Appropriations Committee, which is responsible for authoring and annual appropriations bills to fund the federal government. Okay, members of the House have the opportunity to submit requests to the committee for inclusion in the appropriations bills. Okay, so this congressman sits on a committee that decides how much they spend in the government. Okay, what he's saying here, how to submit an appropriation request. This is for you to say, hey, I want you to have the government, give $5 million to my Uncle Fred, who's doing this and is going to help people or whatever, his business hurt, whatever the hell it is you think. I don't know what they want or whatever it is that you could talk to them, but this is it. They have. Here's a legal bribing form. They're bribing you for your vote. And what they're doing is, and this is all legal. I mean, the fat cats do this over lunch. See, now if you're not a fat cat, come to Washington and take these people to lunch. You do it this way, And it's really, I mean, it's important stuff too. I mean, you have a case for a boys club or something. All our communities need something, right? So you learn to use the system. This is how it is. You have access to it no matter who the hell you are. Yeah, and that's it. So that is cool beans to me. Anybody now, you go, I want you to, Congressman, put this in the law that to give you. Then they vote in committee. It may not happen. There's a lot of things. But you got to start and got to learn that system. So even, see, the most important thing about any of this stuff is you try it once, you fail, and figure out why the hell you failed. That's the important thing for next time. And you go up to you're going to go up to bat against a fast pitcher, and you struck out. At least you got up to bat. And you learn about what the hell you need to do. Be able to hit that sucker because it's coming at you 110 miles an hour or whatever it is. And that's the important thing. But right now, what we're worried about is the new COVID stimulus package. It's going to be at the end of the week probably, or maybe next week. I think, the 25th, I think, is when the unemployment thing runs. So this is what you do. You go to the three. You want to go. Let's redo this. That's the Forbes. You want to go to Common Cause, commoncause.org. Find out who your elected officials are. You put in your address. Put in who your elected officials are. You go to their website, sign up for your website, and every day you go back to that website of those three elected officials and see what they talk about what they're doing. And see, the thing is, they have to answer your question if you have a question. That's what they're there for. How soon? There are all kind of other things in the way. But that's your access to all this. and they want to get it out on their website when this bill finishes, whenever the hell that is, and supposedly it has to be done by the end of the week. I don't know what the hell they've been doing for the last couple of weeks. You know, that they're going to say, hey, we've got it, it's done, here it is, and here's how you could use it. You know, and you have front page stuff. You know, you have a seat, you know, in your elected official's office. Don't forget that sucker's wants you to vote for him in a couple months. So that's why he's going to be returning your phone calls better than normal. So that's part of how they make sausage in Washington. You think it's a little weird. It is once you see the House, if you see any of that stuff on C-SPAN. But more importantly, just keep up with it, because it's going to be important for you. And see why it's important, because you want to be first in line to apply. See, a lot of these things are zero-sum game. They're going to have X dollars, and then it's gone. So you want to know what it is and how to apply, and so you get it from the horse's mouth. Don't go on YouTube and try to find it, even though I'm there trying to tell you about it too. But this is the best place, you know, to find out about it. Everybody else is trying to sell you something, like me. Yeah, I got to keep living, and that's why I charge, you know, for my service. And it's a closed Facebook group, but it's only $20. I mean, people in this town charge tens of thousands of dollars for the same thing you could do for free, you know, and that's what you have access to. Okay, so it's coming soon. Stimulus is coming soon. How much? Who knows? In what form? Who knows? But we'll know by the end of the week. So keep track of it so you don't get lost in the weeds. And they usually you have 3 places to look. One of those will be pretty good. Some are better than others, how they explain it, and how to take advantage of it and everything. I was looking at one of them now, even for the current stimulus programs, and it looked pretty good what they were doing. You know, because usually in their front page they said, "Oh, how could the stimulus stuff help me?" They usually have a stimulus help with the federal agent, tours and tickets. See, you get a free tour. Actually, when you come to Washington, it's free. Flags. How do you do that? Internships. See, they're promoting the stuff out of it. All this stuff. Where is? Oh, here. COVID response and resources for Tennesseans. Okay, so this is Lamar has this. So it's all pretty well known. How it affects your taxes. How it affects your SNAP benefits. By the way, SNAP benefits are unlimited. They have to keep giving out that money as long as people keep showing up. See, some are limited, some are not. A lot of the COVID stuff is not. But SNAPs, those kinds of things, and that's the food stamps where we used to go. So here's all this. What's emergency at the Department of Health, internal. Look at all this stuff. Sick pay and leave. See, you got to know about that. There's a lot of new laws, for sick pay and leave, stuff like that, because of the unemployment insurance benefit. Okay, so see, that's what I mean. See, they're explaining paycheck protection, where that is now. See, they have to keep up. They're the people writing the laws. The other people are trying to sell books, trying to sell service, trying to sell advertising, whatever the hell they say. Their only job is to make sure you know what the hell they're doing and how you could use it. See? Okay. See you soon.